Welcome back. We are weighing in this episode on mostly family vacations. We're going to talk about taking kids on vacation because Brittany just did it. Lisa, you've done it before. You're about to have a whole new challenge. Joining me today is Brittany Givens from barefootfoodie.com and curvygirlguide.com. And you've got 3, and you guys just got back from a trip.
We got back 2 days ago.
Woo! And Lisa Hurst, you are from Moms and Heels.
Yes, momsandheels.net.
.net. So, Brittany, what is your #1 bit of advice for traveling with 3 little children?
Travel through states that have like open container laws. I don't. You just have to like pack it with as much stuff that they can possibly keep them. Yeah, we rented a van this time.
Okay.
We rented a van and it was a lot better because we just had more space. I have an SUV, but the space just isn't there. So they kind of had the no touching me room and
do not
TVs,
look at your brother.
Yeah.
I said don't even look at him.
A cooler, their iPods, stuff like that. I mean, honestly, it was an 18-hour drive. If they wanted, they wouldn't have had to talk to anybody the entire ride, which is...
But you were hoping,
right.
fingers crossed, we're not going to talk to each other.
Yeah, so there was no fighting, touching, poking, anything, and it helped quite a bit.
And you've got one, little one.
Yeah, he's 2.
Okay, and so have you done any long road trips? Or medium-sized road
not
trips?
super long, like a few hours. Even my in-laws live over an hour away, so just going there and back in one day or for a weekend, we do that a lot. And it's hard with a 2-year-old because, I mean, what really keeps their, you know, he just wants out of his car seat. He's pulling it like, stuck, and you're just like, oh my gosh.
Get me out of here.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm stuck too, buddy.
Stuck is how we all feel right now.
Yes.
So, my advice always, I've done the 18 to 20 hour trip with kids, every aged kids since the early 90s. And if you can, my advice is to drive at night. I find that to be one of the critical, put the kids in the pajamas, start at 4 or 5 in the evening, get dinner, and then let them pass out cold for as long as humanly possible.
Oh, absolutely. My in-laws actually live in Florida, so it's a trip we make multiple times a year. And it's a long one. So we always leave in the evening. We get them Happy Meals. It's very exciting. They're in pajamas, and we drive through the night. So.
And by the time they wake up, I mean, if all goes well, you're through Atlanta.
Right.
Fingers crossed.
That's always the goal. Get through Atlanta before rush hour. So, yeah, we're through Atlanta, and then they're ready to go, and then we're like, all right, let's stop.
I like when you get to the top of Florida, and they're like, we're in Florida! And then 5 hours later, you get to where you're going, or 8 hours.
Yeah.
This Florida is long.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And you're like, nope, still not there.
Do you get you're at the 2-year-old?
Yeah,
you're starting
talking
to
like he'll just be like Nana for grandma the whole time. Nana, Papa, and I'm like, buddy, we're almost to Nana, Papa. Just wait.
If you could just not tell them where you're going, especially when it's Disney, it makes the ride a whole lot easier.
We're going to timeout school. Yeah. You don't want to get there.
The longer you were in the car,
we should have done that. That would have made my ride so much more pleasant because, you know, the second we get in Florida, they assume we're at Disney.
Right.
Like, we won't be there until the sun goes down today.
Math camp.
Yeah.
We're driving to math camp, so let's stretch this out as long as possible.
Let's all be very quiet and stay in our seats.
So you've got some gadgets that, I mean, honestly, when my kids were little, there was no flip down DVR situation. We had like an actual size TV that you could plug into the lighter with a VCR taped to the top of it that we played Beauty and the Beast 5,000 times. And that worked. I mean, that was what kept them motivated. But now it's not, I mean, there's earphones and there's flip down videos and each kid can listen to a separate scenario.
Yeah, yeah. We had 3 different sections of the van. Like, we listened to our iPod up front. My daughter watched a movie, and then the boys played Xbox in the back of the van.
It's really idea, not having to talk to anyone.
Like, you go to the game center, you watch a movie, you go to the food part.
When I had to take road trips with my parents, like, they filled the back seat with like old mail order catalogs for us to look at the whole way down. I'm like, this is the worst trip ever.
I love it. My sister we went to Miami when we were little, and she started a song that was really fantastic. One little fishy in the sea, 2 little fishies in, 75 little fishies in. I mean, like, my dad said, stop it right now.
Yeah.
Right.
How high does she know how to count?
We had like cassette players and headphones, you
That's
know?
cute. But you've got really cool gadgets. So you don't have the
Yeah.
flip down, but you've got show us what was
Yeah.
helpful for your
This
trip.
one for Colton, he's 2, so he likes to watch cars and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, in his car seat, he gets annoyed. So we don't have an actual like DVD player in our car. So this is something really handy. I just picked up. You can get them anywhere. This one's Bed Bath & Beyond, but Walmart, and it holds our iPad.
Okay.
And it just goes over your headrest, so it just comes with like a stretch on. So you just
Oh.
slide, so he can sit in his car seat, and I don't know, he can't always touch it because he's still little, but you could put a movie on and just let it sit there and watch it. It just slides like right over the headrest on the back.
And
I mean, they're like on $20 or less, And then when you're done, it actually also comes with a strap. Like if you have an older kid in the airport that's like carrying it, you can like strap it on your back.
And do it that way.
Right. So this just slides on your headrest and makes it into a DVD player.
And that worked for him pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, he watches Cars and Curious George, so I mean, Curious George is a good hour. So hello.
We can get through 1/8 of Ohio with Curious George.
Yeah.
And so then you've got a nice little handy dandy.
I don't go. Colton's 2 again, so I don't go anywhere without goldfish.
Yeah,
It's his
I got a
favorite
20-year-old that loves the heck out of goldfish. So I'm not.
Yeah, I don't go anywhere without these. So these in the car, I'm kind of like anal about. There's always messes, and I hate when there's crunched up crackers in the
Oh
car.
my gosh, my family
can't
could
do it.
survive on the food left over in my car for 6
The
months.
old
Like
French
I think of
fries.
that though. Like I have food in the back. Like, well, if we go off the road like those people and
you.
they're
I think about that
gone
all the
and they
time.
can't find me for 3 weeks,
You'll make it.
we've got water. There's a can of soup. There's can openers. There's granola bars. I'm not saying they're fresh, but I'm thinking we could totally survive if we accidentally went off the road in Kentucky for
You would
4
still
what
make
you
it.
think.
I think about like that.
Yeah.
That's because I'm
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm the one that's like, I don't think he should eat in the car. It's just going to be a huge mess I have to clean up. So I found
Really?
these snack cups, and this is full of goldfish, and it makes it really easy because, like I said, he obviously can't just like hold a bowl or anything. He'd throw it. So he throws everything. So this is easy because he sticks his hand in there and pulls out a goldfish.
Oh, I didn't even know that you could
yeah,
stick
Yeah,
it.
that's how
see
you-
the rubbery.
Yeah, so he sticks his hand in, pulls out one at a time, eats it, and then, so that way he can throw it. Even if it throws on the floor, it doesn't break.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Yeah,
That's a
so
really
these
good
keep
idea.
the car a little cleaner, and they keep him happy. You can fill it up or fill it up multiple times if you need to.
How about you? Are you eating in the car or not? I mean, honestly, I eat in the car as like religion. I mean, that's how
Yeah.
I got to have a weight problem eating in the car by myself.
I do all my best eating in the car
I do too.
before I get home.
These donuts are for the whole office is a phrase I've said many times at the Krispy Kreme drive-thru. I have
I'm
to
just
get it for
getting
the
stuff for
office.
everybody. Yeah.
So yeah, eating in the car is fine with you.
Yeah, and it does keep them busy. Like, when we bought car seats this last time, it had to have a cup holder. It had to have just ability to hold things because I was tired of holding it up front. So
Well, for me, cup holders is one of the cool features of a car. I mean, you have younger friends who think you're such a dork because you have a minivan. And I'm like, excuse me, do you see this has 12 cup holders?
and so many kids' food items come shaped like a cup now, like goldfish even,
Yeah,
or
everything.
crackers. It will sell it in something that just sits in a cup holder, and it's great.
Can
Plops
size.
it in there.
Yep.
Plops it in there. Do you do the video thing on the way?
Yes, I pick out exactly 18 hours worth of videos
Yes.
to get there, and we watch
It does
them.
work.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they had the headphone.
That's the
It's
best
like
way.
this is imagine what the Matrix is like. Everybody's wearing a headphone, and like nobody made
Well,
noise.
honestly, the only time, and I'm an advocate for, I'm not, go out and make sure your kids watch videos. It's not like I have a movement about it, but I do feel like, all right, whatever gets through the trip. I mean, back in the day, you used to do that license plate bingo and stuff.
Yeah, I played
That's-
the license plate game everywhere we went. Myself. We
You
used to drive
did
to
when you were
Florida.
younger.
There was 4 of us.
Okay.
And we'd always be like, see if you can find A through Z on a license plate. Or every state. We'd write down all the states, and then you'd be like, Arizona, check. And then you're
Yeah.
like, we can't find Hawaii. Like,
Right. How are they going to get a car here?
My mom's
because
like,
this is Kentucky.
my mom's
Yeah.
like, thank God they're going to keep looking for the next 20 hours,
Yeah.
But that worked.
Yeah,
That
we
worked.
That's
but
what we did.
that's
Well,
kind of gone
it's
now,
just hard
right?
because we have to make the trip a lot. So I don't want them to dread it. Like it's
Right.
hard enough to get them to sit while we're actively in it. So dragging them into a van for 20 hours isn't.
So we're not doing license plate bingo anymore. That's sort of gone by the wayside,
No.
most likely.
Yeah.
But at least also we're not like driving in the car smoking a cigarette with the windows rolled
We have
up.
car seats now, so that's better too. Yeah.
Right, we used to not even
I think I
wear
was
We
just
have car-
strapped in the back of a station wagon then my entire youth. So.
I made my sister lay down on the floor on the hump. Too bad, girl.
I used to like sit on my stepmom's lap on the way to church because there were so many of us in like a Camaro. You
And
know?
my aunt used to let me sit on her lap while she's smoking, listen to Carol Kane smoking a cigarette and I got to drive the car. So, hey, we're better now, all right?
Well, yeah, I mean, literally probably 10 times still the whole way home, or the whole way there and back. My kids were like, oh, I'm bored. And I just wanted to like rip the car over to the side and explain to them what it was like in the old days when we didn't have these things.
Back when I was Laura Ingalls and we were on the Conestoga, sorry.
Or that you're the one driving and you have to sit there for 18 hours driving.
And, you know, the other thing, the only thing that made me mad once in Florida is we were at one of those Disney restaurants, which have got all the entertainment. Everything's designed to keep your kids entertained, and 3 kids with the iPads separately and earphones. I'm like, get those off of your ears. You were
I just paid $300 for you to come here.
Winnie the Pooh is talking to you right now. That's just the thing. I might have had an incident. I don't know. All right, so the other thing I want to show you about is the food issue. For mom, the food issue is on vacation, you're going to go through a drive-through. And when you're trying to keep yourself healthy, going through a drive-through, you know, they get the Happy Meal or they get the thing, and you think, I want that too. I did a little bit of research for you. There's no reason why, if you're going through a McDonald's drive-through, that you can't get something under 300 calories. So I've got a little bit of a list for you from McDonald's menu online. You know you're going through the drive-through because you're on vacation. Apple cinnamon walnut oatmeal for breakfast, 270 calories. Hello, you can totally do that. If you want to have a snack wrap or 2 for lunch, 270 calories. That is fantastic. Totally can fit into your program. Now, how about a side salad with no dressing? That's only 20 calories. The packets of dressing, that's what you got to calculate. So that's going to be about a 50-calorie thing. So that's not bad. Okay, the kids are having those apple pies and those cookies. You, my dears, can have caramel apple parfait. How much are those? 180 calories. Again, all of these are 300 calories or less. And finally, because sometimes you just need a hamburger from McDonald's, 270 calories if you get the regular sized hamburger. Of course, if you take the bun off because you're Brittany, it's even less, but 270 calories. Finally, everybody loves an Egg McMuffin, and that seems like it's going to be bad, but we looked it up, and an Egg McMuffin is only 300 calories. So you know you're going to go through a drive-through. You know that, I mean, it's vacation. You're going through a drive-through. It's easy. The kids are going to get what they get, but they're just off the top of their menu, over 6 items that are 300 calories or less. Right?
Right. Definitely.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so when's your next trip? You got a summer one coming up?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, where are you going?
Probably, we always head back down to Florida, but we're going to do some flying too, which is a whole other monster.
Another challenge.
A whole other
And
monster.
your trip is coming up soon
Yeah.
too.
A couple more weeks.
Couple more weeks.
But we're taking vacation in September, and it's going to be a flying one, and that'll be interesting.
So let us know what flight you're on so we can avoid it. She'll have a 2-year-old and an infant.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't sit next to me.
If you see her coming, ask for a switch. All
I'll
right.
just buy the row.
The Screamin' Baby Express flight. All right. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to turn your fish fry into something completely different. Stay with us.